Well, good morning, Frederick. It is Tuesday, April 9th. I hope you can hear me. I've had the worst technical issues between yesterday and today. So if you cannot hear me, let me know right away, and I will work to get it fixed. I'm your host, Danny Gurry, struggling this morning. Good Morning Frederick is live in the Everything Frederick and More group on Facebook, as well as YouTube on the Everything Frederick live channel, which you should subscribe to. That way you don't miss an episode. We also post all the individual segments up on that group. We can hear you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that this morning. Well, the technical issues yesterday were user errors, of course. I owe some extra love to Sandra at ANS Construction and Megan at Shift Work and Play. You guys haven't been hearing my brilliant live reads for either of them. You were just staring at a static picture. I just yesterday got the chance to kind of watch back a full show. And my gosh, I just, a one-woman show here, and this is what you get. So I am going to be taking care of them to make sure that you hear all the great things about each of them. And it's definitely a learning event, right? This is just how technology runs. In the show description, I have put up the link to join me live on the show. If you have anything to share, maybe good news about your company, maybe you got a promotion you want to talk about, or maybe it's your kid's birthday, you want to give them a shout out, I would love it. You can click that link. And you'll wait in the green room until I let you in, and then you can be live with me here. And look, nothing to be worried about, right? It's no one dies. No one dies when I do these things, obviously. So it's not life-threatening things. But I would love for you to join me if you've got anything you want to share about your life. We're going to hear later from Nicholas from Pulling for Veterans and Aaron from MR Cheesecakes. And today, I'm going to give one of you a pair of tickets to Super Sunday, which is this Sunday, noon to 3 at Union Mills. This is the benefit for the Frederick Rescue Mission. If you'd like to win those tickets, just text GMF. I'm going to put the number up on the screen, GMF, to 888-465-2944. Text GMF to 888-465-2944. Winner's going to be selected at 9 p.m. tonight. That'll give people a chance who aren't able to catch us at 9 a.m. Might watch us later after work or at lunch. They can still text and enter to win. So if you're not watching this live, you still have an opportunity to win those tickets. I want to thank the sponsor of our program, Frederick Window Tinting, locally owned, serving Frederick with automotive, commercial, and residential window tint solutions, frederickWindowTinting.com. And I had so much fun yesterday. I sat down with Sharon and Joe to talk about their businesses, including Frederick Window Tinting. And so they'll be coming up soon in an upcoming episode. All right, weather today, sponsored by Snowy of Maryland. You can find Kyle and Snowy of Maryland at the teen driving event this Saturday at the Mount Airy Carnival Grounds. It's presented by Sherry Cates of State Farm in Mount Airy. Details are on the Everything Frederick calendar. Today, a mix of sun and clouds with a high of 79. Who had to turn on their car AC yesterday? This girl right here. I know, I was trying to do it without it, but it got quite warm. I loved it. Tomorrow, cloudy and 77. Thursday, rain in the forecast, high of 72 with showers continuing on Friday, but cooling to just a high of 63. This weekend, partly cloudy on Saturday with a high of 65 and Sunday evening showers with a high of 78. It is definitely springtime here in Maryland. I am looking for any kind of reporting of people doing good things. Email us all the details at everythingfredericklive@gmail.com, or you can text 465-2944. We call this the Feel Good File. All right, this morning I saw a post that was added to the group yesterday regarding the Linganore High School theater group who had experienced an emergency. The company they were renting their costumes from skipped town with their $8,000, and they were left with no money and no costumes. But Frederick came in strong and still are. The GoFundMe this morning was over $10,000, and I believe they do have a replacement of the costumes, or they have had somebody step in. They're doing the production of Shrek, and I believe they have all of the costumes. But if you do know of somebody who's got Shrek theater costumes, please reach out to Linganore High School. But we're so happy, and this is what I love about this town. Everybody just banded together and did what they had to do and donated money, which is fantastic. Okay, it is prom season, and I'm going to try to, let me just see what I got here. Yeah, here we go. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. It's prom season, and Everything Frederick and More is collecting to help kind of two groups of people. Any Frederick FCPS high schooler who wants to attend their prom, but they don't have the clothes, and also the clients of the Scott Key Center. For the Scott Key Center, I'm throwing them their first ever prom on June 5th. So if you have any fancy duds that you've been wanting to donate to a good cause, please let me know and I will arrange to get them from you, and we'll make sure that they find a home this prom season. And I want to thank everyone so far who has donated. There are some great stuff for both the guys and the girls. And I'm also going to reach out to Jennifer Zimmer, who has some brand new suits and even a couple tuxedos. So we will make sure everyone who wants to be outfitted this prom season will be. I'm also looking to raise $1,200 to feed the guests, 125 guests for the Scott Key Center prom. If you can help financially, even just $10, please go to scottkeycenter.org, click on the donate button. And also yesterday I said any company who wishes to make a donation of like $500, I will double that in advertising on Good Morning Frederick. Come on, you want to be a part of this train wreck with me, right? It's safety in numbers. All right, coming up after this short break, I chat with Nicholas Walker from Pulling for Veterans, and later you'll meet Aaron from MR Cheesecakes.
All-in-One Events is Frederick's #1 source for event rentals and entertainment. Please visit us on the web at www.aioeventgroup.com or call 1-888-727-8902 for more information.
And we love those people. I want to thank Shannon, of course, for allowing us to have this program, and George Murphy. If you need a production company, sound company, DJ, he does it all. He is actually the official DJ of the Flying Cows, and he does a great job there, and great to work with. Okay, here we go. Sandra, I got you. ANS Construction is a local and award-winning woman and minority-owned business located right here in Frederick. They specialize in roofing, siding, windows, gutters, patios, and decks. Call Sandra at 301-703-2157 or email info@ansconstruction.net. Now, she's put up a special offer for Good Morning Frederick viewers. $750 off any roof or siding replacement, or $50 off any roof repairs that are scheduled by April 30th. So please tell Sandra that Danny sent you and that she actually did the ad properly today. And we love Sandra, and she does an amazing job. And as well as all the women in the trades, we're putting together a recommended list of women in trades on Everything Frederick. So please, send through your recommendations if you know of a woman in the trades. All right, when looking around for people doing incredible things in our community, I don't have to look too far. And actually, for this one in particular, I didn't. I know Nicholas, and I volunteered for them, and he's doing amazing things. So I want to introduce you right after this to Nicholas, and I call this segment Doing Good in the Neighborhood.
Here with Nicholas Walker from Pulling for Veterans, an organization helping, well, I mean, everyone who has been a veteran before, but certainly those soldiers and their family members dealing with PTSD. Tell us a little bit about Pulling for Veterans.
Well, Pulling for Veterans is a 501c3 nonprofit here in the state of Maryland. What we do is try to educate the public and bring awareness to post-traumatic stress disorder. The gentleman behind me on the left is Sergeant Tyre. He's an Army veteran, Kuwait. He lost his battle in 2022 to PTSD. So what we've been doing is trying to educate the public, put faces on this myth of PTSD. A lot of people say, well, you can just get over it. Not so much.
Yeah.
So what we do is on the trailer, it has for secondary PTSD, that's the family affair. On the trailer next to it, talks about, you know, the children's, the mothers, the fathers, the spouses. That's family affair. That is secondary PTSD. These are the caregivers, they need care too.
Yeah.
So a lot of people don't pay attention to the caregivers as well. The soldiers that have been over and back, and a lot of other soldiers, as well as other veterans. I was told the other day, Marine's not a soldier, Marine's a Marine. So I understand that, my son's a Marine.
Yeah.
So what we do is we rent these out very inexpensively, $1, $1.50, and $2 an hour. And that way you can take a trailer out and educate the public out in Thurmont while another trailer is going out to Brunswick. But our main goal is to honor and remember the veterans that have lost their battle to PTSD.
So the three goals kind of that you have right now is you are looking for more faces to put on the trailers you already have. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And then secondly, you want people who need a trailer for doing yard work or doing moving
Right.
or whatever to
Just
rent
like-
the trailers.
Just like the Orange Company,
Fantastic.
which
And-
was actually a World War II Navy veteran
Oh, wow.
that started U-Haul.
Yeah. Awesome.
So, yes, we're looking to, over the summer, we're going to have various activities. We're having a big flea market on April 28th, July 28th, and September 28th.
Okay.
Out at the AMVETS farm. On June 22nd, out in Burgettsville, we're going to have a big day for veterans. We'll have music out there, just a day to come out and relax, and you know, our appreciation to the other veterans in the area.
So tell me, if someone has experienced the tragedy of losing a soldier, how do they get in touch with you or submit to have their loved one put on one of these trailers?
Okay, you can reach us at pullingforveterans.org. Our email is outreach@pullingforveterans.org. Send us an email, we'll start a conversation.
Yeah.
And eventually, we're reaching out across the internet as well to 1,500 other veteran-owned small businesses like mine in order to honor their veterans in their local area. That way, once we get about 4,500 trailers out here, maybe, hey, it's not a myth.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hopefully you can make an impact and a difference, and I'm sure you do, because again, educating the greater family around the soldier on maybe what to look for, or what things that might transpire can hopefully save a life. Before.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
And if we can get up to save 22 a day, that'd be a wonderful thing.
That would be a great thing. All right, so check out Pulling for Veterans, a great organization here in Frederick, making a difference to our military and our veterans. And again, I think you guys are doing amazing things, and yeah, wish you all the success.
Thank you.
Okay, powerful stuff, and want to thank Nicholas for doing what he does for sure. And if you know of a veteran that should be commemorated or you want to rent one of the trailers, please contact Nicholas at outreach@pullingforveterans.org. And I do have the flea markets will be up on the Everything Frederick calendar by this afternoon. So if you want to participate in that, you can as well. I want to thank Nicholas for all of that. All right, it's time. Happenings in Frederick. Thank you to Taco Bar. It's Taco Tuesday, 20% off 3 tacos at West Point Plaza on Route 40. It's kind of between 40 and alternate 40. And today you get 20% off 3 tacos. They have steak, chicken, al pastor, carnitas, fish, and more. They have vegan tacos as well. And if you feel adventurous, they offer beef tongue and small intestine tacos. Haven't tried those yet. I have had beef tongue though, and it's not bad at all, I gotta say. All right, so with my technical issues, I wanna bring up the Everything Frederick calendar, so pray for me for 1 second while I try to get things up here. And, oh, yeah, nope, not gonna do that there. Okay. Not gonna happen. All right, let me just tell you about the fun stuff happening in Frederick, and there is tons. The calendar I created, you can get access to it if you go to bit.ly/upper calendar, and I'm going to share this to you. Okay, so you can hopefully screenshot that QR code. There's the bit.ly calendar, and it's case sensitive, so you have to, I think it's, yeah, it should be uppercase EFC calendar. Or you just text calendar to 888-465-2944, and you're going to get a link directly to the Everything Frederick calendar. There is tons going on this week. Today, I want to congratulate Showtime Sound. They're celebrating a ribbon cutting from 2 to 6 p.m. with live music and refreshments. Tonight, it's 2 for Tuesday karaoke at the Orioles Nest, where you get to sing 2 songs. Tomorrow, the Dreams project is opening as well. That's an art project with 28 artists. And Thursday, the classic movie Field of Dreams is playing at the Weinberg. And you can watch the 2nd episode of Top 5 from Everything Frederick, where Marco and I go live at 8 p.m. and we go over the top 5 posts of the week, and we have a good time. It's quite funny. It's more comedy than serious. This weekend, oh my gosh, there are so many events, including that teen driver event we talked about earlier with Kyle and Snowy of Maryland, who will be there. That's Saturday. So if you have a teen driver, you might want to check that out. Sunday, Newmarket Cars and Coffee is set to host one of the largest car shows the area has ever seen. That's happening at Adventure Park. Plus, it's Super Sunday at Union Mills to benefit the Frederick Rescue Mission. Don't forget, text GMF to win your tickets. And I'm going to put the number right back on the screen so that you can see it there. And now you want to get your tickets for Battle of the Bands on the 27th of this month. Go to botbfrederick.com. Also on the 27th is the Mission of Mercy clay shooting event. I think this is like their 4th year. Very cool if you've got someone who likes to shoot skeet. And the links and details for these and all the other events are on our Everything Frederick calendar. Just text calendar to 888-465-2944. And if you have an event you want included, all you have to do is email it everythingfredericklive@gmail.com. And if you want to come on to the show to talk about your event, I'd be happy to have you. Just send me a text or shoot me an email, and we'll get that arranged right away. Whew, all right. It is rolling along on Tuesday, and we want to thank you for hanging in with me. All right, here we go. All right, Everything Frederick and more continues to grow, this week reaching 125,525 members. The top post from the last 7 days was about Distilled shutting its doors without notifying employees. Reached over 59,000 people with over 2,000 likes, comments, and shares. Hopefully, all of the displaced workers have found another job. I do know of several restaurants that are hiring, including Frederick Social. But if you guys know of any jobs that are available, find that post, which shouldn't be hard to find, and make a note for those workers. We're so sorry that you show up for work and the doors are locked. I don't understand why companies do it. I mean, I kind of get it, but I wish that the owners of the company would be there when the employees arrive, even if they've already moved out all their stuff. I just think that that's really bad. And actually, I just went to Distilled for the first time 2 weeks ago. So hopefully a new business is able to move in there. And if so, if you hear of one, just let me know and I'd love to chat with them. Well, if you're watching on YouTube and you haven't joined the Everything Frederick and More group yet, please do. And you can be a part of the change for good. All right, I am going to get to my good friend, Megan, Shift, Work, and Play. It's one of Frederick's one and only co-working spaces designed to support those with young children. You can actually get your work done while your children are supervised at play. It's so amazing in there. I love it. You know, we chatted with Megan the other day. And if you've got kids 18 months to 6 years old, and maybe you work from home and you just need to get some focus done, can you imagine how much work you could get done with a 3-hour uninterrupted in a quiet space that is really beautiful? Well, Shift, Work, and Play has it. And I really wish that this was around when my kids were young and I started my company in 2008. They were 4 and 2 at the time, and I would have loved to have had that time to focus. Every 3-hour play session includes a planned activity, plus open-ended child-led play. Shift, Work, and Play has beautiful meeting rooms, dedicated desks, and even private offices, which come with 24-hour access to the premises. It's fantastic if you are moving from kind of a side hustle and you're not quite ready to invest in an office space yet. This is the perfect happy medium for that. Book a tour today at shiftworkandplay.com. They are located right on Northeast Street, and it's a great facility. So if you're making that move, I salute you and wish you all the success. And if you have made the move to start your own company, even if it's a franchise or side hustle, I salute you and can help you. I started a company called Promo Circus recently. And why Promo Circus? Well, starting a business is like trying to keep track of a 3-ring circus. Promo Circus is a marketing consulting company helping businesses make the most of every marketing dollar and taking advantage of every way to remain top of mind in a very competitive world. Back in the day, you used to only have to hear a company's name maybe 6 or 7 times before it kind of sunk in. Now it's well over 20 times. So you need to find ways to do it. And I know dollars are tight. So we try to find as many free, affordable, and effective ways as possible. This program, Good Morning Frederick, along with the top 5, are just 2 of the efforts that I am doing to do my part, offering affordable advertising and a little bit of exposure for all of these businesses. So if your company needs a little help, let me know, because small business keeps this town moving and growing. And I love when someone truly loves what they do. And Aaron from MR Cheesecakes absolutely does. And I do love seeing his growth over the past several years since I first met him. And we call this next segment Market Makers. I want to thank Atlas Wood Floors for sponsoring Market Makers, serving the area for more than 34 years. Go to atlasfloors.net, read the reviews, schedule a quote for new flooring today. Give them a call. If you're looking to replace wood flooring, perhaps you want to put in LVP, which we have, and I absolutely love that luxury vinyl plank. They can do anything. I've seen some gorgeous work they did for a new restaurant in DC with this beautiful brass inlay. It can be custom. It can be expansed, or it can be very small. AtlasWoodFloors.net. All right, let's hear from Erin from MR Cheesecakes.
Here with Erin, MR Cheesecakes, not Mr. Cheesecakes.
Nope, no
Not
Mr.
Mr.
Cheesecakes.
I know.
We can go by Mr. Cheesecake.
I know. You are Mr. Cheesecake, actually. I met you. You had left, well, COVID happened, right? And you were working in restaurants.
Yep.
And you said, well, that's shut down. I got to do something.
Yep.
Tell me how it came to cheesecake.
So I worked at the Mount Airy Tavern from 2010 to 2020. Ended up in pretty much the executive chef role there for the last 5 years. And throughout that time, started making cheesecakes as menu items for the weekends and throughout the week. And as the flavors grew and grew and grew, we started doing holiday whole cheesecake sales where people could pick up for Christmas and Thanksgiving, and we would sell them to their sister restaurant as well down in Columbia. So everything was kind of formulated there, and then when that closed down at the beginning of COVID, I took it with me and started MR Cheesecakes.
Yeah. Why MR Cheesecakes?
My sons Maddox and Riker.
There you go, right there. So it is MR Cheesecakes. I have had them, amazing. The flavorings and the pairings that you come up with sometimes, you think, what the heck? But it is so delicious. Did you just love making cheesecake? Was that kind of your thing, or you just knew that this specialty would be like, knock it out of the park?
I think it was more of the endless possibilities of flavors. Do I like cheesecake? Yeah. But as far as desserts go, I'm 100% an ice cream guy. I'm not somebody that seeks out cheesecake or cakes or anything like that. But I like the idea of endless flavors and being able to accommodate all different taste buds as far as what we prepare.
Yeah. Well, you may not be seeking out cheesecakes, but I know a ton of people do, thankfully. So you've added a second trailer. Now, I know before you were kind of sharing a kitchen to get everything you needed to get done. Now you have the capability to kind of produce whenever you want, right?
Yep.
Which has got to free up some time for you.
Yeah, it's
nice.
Definitely made life a lot easier. So we started out in a shared kitchen, and now we have a second trailer that is virtually a mobile cheesecakery where we can produce everything right there, and then supply the second trailer and go out to more events.
Yeah. What do you have any goals for 2024, this season coming, that you are really trying to achieve?
I'd like to see ideally what we did in 2023, the same thing happen in 2024, a little bit better, and just continue growing.
Yeah. I'm assuming then 2023 was a pretty good year.
Yeah, so far it's been the best year.
Wow, that's great. That's really good. What did you say the hardest thing about what you're doing? What would the biggest challenge be for you guys?
I think there's a lot of things that go on behind the scenes that people don't see, and that's where a lot of the challenges come into play, because you're talking to people from the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep in some way, shape, or form, as far as coordinating events, taking orders, coordinating the orders, and then also, getting supplies, creating your products.
Yeah.
The list goes on as far as the different hats that we wear as food trucks to make it all happen.
Yeah, it's, kind of like any entrepreneur, you're wearing every hat, and you guys really are, because you're coming up with the concept, baking, stocking, and planning. And yeah, there's only so many hours in a day.
Yeah.
Your sons, have either of them spent a day with you in the truck?
They actually do it quite a bit. So when it's cold, it's pretty much not going to happen. But so last year there was quite a few days throughout the year where they would come along if they wanted V-Bucks or Fortnite money or whatever they want for their video games. They come along, and it's crazy to see an 8-year-old and a 10-year-old run the Square operating system and take over. They can do it, and they don't have any problem doing it.
No.
but there's got to be a pot of gold at the end of the
Of
rainbow.
course there
for 'em.
does, especially because they're your kids, because
Yeah.
I experienced that as well. But it's a great experience for them to learn that, hey, money comes from somewhere, and you got to do what you need to do to get it done. Um, what are the next new flavors? Do you have any, can you share with us kind of some of the new stuff coming this year in 2024, or do you just think of them on the whim?
Kind of just think of them on the whim.
Yeah.
Something cool that's in the works for this coming week for 2 local restaurants, Agave 137 and the Cellar Door. So we partner with them, and we have 2 new cheesecakes coming out for each of them. We have a cucumber lime that's
Wow.
going to be new to go with agave, and then a raspberry mango that's
Oh.
going to be for the Cellar Door. And I'm pretty happy about those, and just doing stuff that's unique, doing
Yeah.
stuff that you're not used to eating.
Yeah. What's your biggest seller?
The creme brulee and probably the strawberry shortcake.
Oh my God, it's making my mouth water. Yeah, I can imagine that those would be. Yes. Any ones you would never make again?
Probably the pickled cheesecake.
Pickled cheesecake?
Yeah.
I love pickles though.
I mean,
And it kind of sounds interesting, but I don't know.
I think I would make it, but it's something I would never touch myself.
Yeah. Well, maybe if it was in an ice cream flavor.
Yeah.
All right. This is Aaron, MR Cheesecakes. Find him on Facebook, on the socials. Find out where he's going to be. Buy the cheesecake. Actually, just get a whole one. You're just not even going to mess around with just a slice, but you can order it by the slice. You can get a whole pie. Call him. This is Aaron, MR Cheesecakes.
All right, I want to thank Aaron there, and I'm so sorry about the sound. It was so windy. We were at Green Meadows Petting Farm. It was crazy, but I wanted to use the interview because it's hard to get in touch with them, and it's hard. They're out all the time. But I have promised all of our people that we've interviewed this first couple weeks, I'm going to go back and talk to them again in a couple of months and I want to see them in their element, actually doing the work. So it's not the only time we're going to see Aaron from MR Cheesecakes. And again, if you haven't had his cheesecakes, oh my gosh. And you can buy a whole one if you want to. So you can check him out. All right, I'm going to bring up a file here for Super Sunday. I'd love to give somebody a pair of tickets. So you're going to want to text to win those. But I want to show you, in case you missed the episode, where we talked with them about this event.
Frederick is made up of, I think, 2,500 nonprofits, and I am here today with Brian from one of them, the Frederick Rescue Mission. Hi, Brian. How are you?
I'm good. Well, how are you?
I'm great. And we're here to talk about Super Sunday.
Yeah.
And this fundraiser has been going on quite a while to benefit the Frederick Rescue Mission. Mm-hmm. Tell us a little bit about how the program or the fundraiser works and how it benefits the rescue mission and people in Frederick.
Yeah, we partner with about 8 different restaurants, and then we make soup ourselves as well. And the restaurants donate the soup. Mm-hmm. All you can eat soup and salad and dessert. And everybody also gets a handmade bowl, a handmade ceramic bowl from the little pottery shop.
So I wonder how long it takes them, because you have hundreds of people that come to this event, right?
That's right. And they get together for days and they
I
just
bet.
work on making these bowls. And they're beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful little bowls. So all the money that is raised through Super Sunday goes toward our food services. Mm-hmm. We feed people a hot breakfast and lunch 365 days a year, regardless of holiday or weather or anything.
Wow.
And then we serve groceries to the community for free 3 days a week.
Yeah.
So it goes toward those programs and helping the community.
Okay. Well, and I mean, that makes a huge impact in helping out the people of Frederick. Some of the restaurants that have donated soup, oh my goodness, this makes it worthwhile as well. Brewer's Alley, Dutch's Daughter. Ooh, do they do their cream of crab soup? That's one of my favorites.
They did last year.
Yeah, FCC's Monroe Center, which is the Hospitality, Culinary, and Tourism Institute, the Rescue Mission, Hooch and Banner, the Orchard, Silver Diner, Wegmans, and Wine Kitchen all donate their soups.
Yeah.
It must be a huge. I can't
It's
even
quite an
imagine how
operation,
that goes. And of course, you have some amazing sponsors who have supported this fundraiser, which is fantastic. So Sunday, April 14th, noon to 3. Now, you need to get your tickets. Go to therescuemission.org. Tickets are
$45, and that gets you the all you can eat and your handmade bowl.
Yeah, so you get to pick your handmade bowl. I saw they had huge tables with them. You can choose whichever one you like, and they're all a little bit different.
Oh, yeah,
right? Because they're all
absolutely.
handmade.
Right.
You get that. You can go once you get your ticket anytime between the noon to 3 time period. It's at Union Mills, which is located right on Carroll Creek, kind of down near Idiom Brewing, right past East Street there.
Yeah,
and
weather permitting, you can actually sit right on the creek as well.
Oh, yeah, that would be
If it's a good
fantastic.
day, indoor,
Fingers
outdoor
crossed
seating.
for that. It could
Right.
be. So, Super Sunday, benefiting the Frederick Rescue Mission, supporting the great mission that this organization does, feeding people right here in Frederick.
Yep.
Brian, we appreciate you spending some time with us
Yeah,
today.
my pleasure. See you there.
Okay, so that is Super Sunday. If you want to win the tickets, I'd love to give you a pair of tickets. Now, maybe you're thinking, hey, this is a fundraiser. I'd rather buy the tickets. Feel free to do that as well. Maybe you can win these and give them to a neighbor or a friend or somebody else. So just text GMF to our text line, and that is 888-465-2944. Just text up to 9 p.m. tonight on Tuesday, April 9th, and we'll select a winner. All right. I would love to show you more, but I'm really nervous about everything happening today. Let's see if I can do this here. All right. I'm going to go back to this because we are looking for your recommendations for Handpicked by Everything Frederick. If you go to that one, you can scan that QR code on the upper left, or go to bit.ly/EF handpicked, and it is case sensitive. You can give your recommendation. Now, this is not a voting contest. We're actually going to be compiling a list of all the people you guys recommend, and we're going to post it to the Everything Frederick group. That way, if somebody needs a plumber or wants to know where the best date night place is, or the best club with live music, or any of those things, that the questions we get asked a lot in the group, we can actually refer to this list that will be stored in the files section of Everything Frederick and more. And we will continually update it, but I would like to get the first round posted by May 1st so that we can actually put it up there. And of course, don't forget about the Everything Frederick calendar and all the events you'll need for the entire summer. All right, on tomorrow's show, we're going to chat with Frederick High School's Safe and Sane Committee. You'll also meet Shannon Price and get a chance to win tickets to her Spirit Expo. And we'll meet Javier from Toa Waters, who is doing amazing things in bubble bath. Subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss a single episode. I also post the individual segments up there so that if you just want to look back and find something like from Burnside events or something like that, you'll be able to find from there. And you can also share from our YouTube channel. So it's difficult. You can't share from a private group. So if you're interested in sharing this video around to help support some of these local businesses, which I 100% encourage, please go to our YouTube channel to do that. All right, until then, until tomorrow morning at 9, I'm gonna get these technical things wrapped up, and be sure to search for Everything Frederick Live on TikTok and YouTube, and you can follow me on TikTok at DannyGirl1124. Have a great Tuesday, and let's be great, Frederick. Have an awesome day.